In the dawn of each day, we're given a gift, the gift of time. A canvas, if you will, to paint our lives and our memories. Each day has the quiet promise of new beginnings, an invitation, if you will, to embrace life with open arms and an open heart. But what if today was our last chance to create this masterpiece? Hi, I'm Joe. I remember a time not that long ago when I was not thinking of my memories as a masterpiece. I was not living every day like it was my last. I completely took my life and my family for granted. I was not a nice person, and that's putting it lightly. I was always yelling at my kids and fighting with my wife. But it all started to change one day at the Children's Hospital. And I was told my 8-year-old son was battling leukemia. That day, time stood still. Every moment immediately became precious to me. From the touch of his hand to the determined spirit that wouldn't give up, to his smiling face. I started to relish every moment with him and with my family. But it wasn't until I got back from the hospital 14 days later that I realized how close we all are to today being our last day. That was the moment that lives with me forever. The day he came home. The feeling to me was exactly the same as the day I brought him home after he was born. He was given a second chance. But we're not all promised that. You know, so many people say you should live every day like it's your last. That's all well and good, but it's another thing entirely to live it. What if I told you that there are actually small mindset shifts and habits that we can build into our lives every day to help us live our lives to the fullest? These are habits that I started implementing into my life that have made an enormous difference in my life. The first one is gratitude. No matter what you're going through, whether you have a health scare or you're late on rent or the relationship is going downhill, whatever it is, we always have something to be grateful for. One thing that I discovered is I started writing little notes on sticky notes to each member of my family. And it started as kind of like a game. I would write them little notes. And sometimes it was thanking them for something they had done the day before. Sometimes it was noticing a positive trait. Sometimes it was just telling them how much I love them. And eventually, this turned into an everyday thing. So every morning, I write these sticky notes and I leave them around the house for my family. And each one is a different color, so every time they get up and they see that note, they know that I've been thinking about them. This does a couple of things. First of all, it helps me be grateful for my family. It helps me remember to think of ways that I'm grateful and think of things that are amazing about my family. Second, it shows my family that I care. It shows my family that I'm grateful for them. But the third thing, if this really is my last day on this earth, I don't want my last interaction with my family to be a harsh word or an argument. If this really is my last day, I want them to have something positive to remember me by. My wife even keeps these notes in her journal. One day I was walking by as she was journaling and I noticed all of the notes she had pasted through her notebook. That made me feel grateful because she knew I cared about her. So the result of the exercise reminds me to be grateful and kind, but it also reminds me if this is my last day, I want it to count. The second habit is consciously forcing yourself to enjoy the small moments. The thing is, the small moments aren't always small. I had a small moment the other day that was actually turned into a big moment. I got home from work and I was really tired, but I wanted to make sure that my family was getting some exercise. So we walked around the block. We have a little loop that we live on. And so we walked around the loop. Usually we go 2 loops and then we're good for the night. But this time, my 2-year-old wanted to go a 3rd time. I was tired, but I said, you know what, buddy, let's do it. As we start walking around the corner, he says, let's run. And I thought, man, I am tired. But you know what? Remember the small moments. Take advantage of the small moments. So we ran the whole loop, just the 2 of us. But it's such an amazing moment to bond with my son. And we had such a blast. We connected on a deep level that night. I know because later that night I was sitting on the couch and he brought over one of those ball things, you know, that you put the shapes in. He's 2, so the little plastic balls where you can put the different shapes in. And he just sat there on my lap, putting the little shapes in. And we just had a blast. Every once in a while he would ask me to help him. But the moment was so powerful to me. And so many times we take these little simple moments for granted. The third thing is I journal every day. So many people, when it comes to journaling, they think, I don't really diary. You know, I don't really want to do all that mushy stuff. But that's not really the point. The point is that journaling helps you take your thoughts to the next level. It helps you focus on what you're grateful for. And here's the amazing thing. It helps you live in the moment. The other thing that I noticed as I started to journal that I had never heard before, nobody had ever told me before, but it's almost like it slows your life down. Because when you focus on how amazing your life is and how many blessings you really have, it changes you. The other thing that journaling does is it makes your memory better, because when you're using your memory constantly, it improves. You know, so many people, when they get to a moment in life, whether it's going to the DMV or getting stuck in traffic or going to work, whatever it is, so many people, they live their life just trying to get through it, right? But when you combine all of these precious moments, whether they're tedious or not, when you combine all these moments together, that's what makes up your life. You know, time is the great equalizer, right? That's the only thing we all have the same amount of. We're all living the same 24 hours each day. So when you say, I just want to get it over with, think, are we just trying to get our life over with? When we have that mindset, we're just trying to push through life. We're just trying to hammer our way through life instead of slowing down and remembering and preparing. The last habit that I've started to implement in my life is being prepared. And all I mean by that is simple daily habits like a morning routine and working out and, like I said, journaling. But these are simple little things. I've been working out for months straight with almost no break. And it's been brutal, I gotta be honest. But that prepared me to be able to take advantage of the small moment with my son. There is no way I would have been able to run around that entire block a year ago. But as you prepare and you take small steps each day, it helps you to be able to prepare for the small moments when they come. So what if next time when you decided you wanted to complain about something, you decided to think about what you're grateful for? Maybe even in the situation you're complaining about, there's always a silver lining. Life is unpredictable, but even with its uncertainty, you still have the power to choose. What if today you chose joy over sorrow, or gratitude over complaining? What if you chose presence over distraction? What if you chose love and faith over fear? There are miracles around us every day, from the laughter of a child to the warmth of a hug, the breeze on the trees, the sun on your skin. They're fragments of our tapestry, our story, threads that weave our life. Just because of these small habits, my life now is so full and happy because I choose to live in a beautiful state and I choose to enjoy every moment. It's all about what you choose. What if you choose to maybe write notes to people you love or just show your gratitude? What if you started a gratitude journal? What if you prepared for your next big moment? Life's precious moments are waiting for you to notice them, but they won't wait for you. You have to stop and truly see. You know, it's like Tony Robbins says, right? What if life happens for you, not to you? Because you never know when today may be your last day. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Joe. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I would love to hear about how you are going to live your life to the fullest in the comments down below. Till next time, and remember to inspect your life daily.